Sugar by Mr. Bryson. Sugar. It's sweet, it's delicious, and our bodies crave it. But how many of us have been told, "Don't eat sugar, it's bad for you"? Well, that's not exactly true. In fact, sugar is a nutrient, which means we need it to survive. You see, our bodies are made up of cells. Trillions of cells. There's the middle bit, then there's the wiggly bits, there's the wobbly bits, and then you have the dotty poos. Each of these cells need sugar and oxygen in order to make the energy they need to survive. But before you go crazy on that ice cream, hold on for just a minute. Listen up. You see, we already get sugar from most of the foods that we eat. A lot of foods have naturally occurring sugars in them, and a lot of foods, particularly that we eat here in the U.S., have sugar added to them. Not all sugar molecules are quite the same. The two most common are glucose and fructose. And there are other sugar molecules too. Any ingredient with this "ose" at the end of the word is going to be a sugar. Lactose is the type of sugar that's found in milk. Sucrose is the table sugar, those whitish crystals that people put in their coffee or whatever the case may be. Glucose is the type of sugar that comes from vegetables and grains and a lot of those types of foods. When we eat glucose, the body sends a signal to the brain to say, enough sugar. We're good here. Thank you very much, but we have all the sugar we need. Fructose is the kind of sugar that comes from fruit, but also from soda and candy and things like that in the form of high fructose corn syrup. When we eat fructose, we don't get the same signal to our brains. In fact, we get the opposite. Signals are sent to our brains to tell us to keep eating more and more and more fructose. When we eat glucose, our body recognizes that we're eating sugar. And then all of that sugar, as it digests, passes through our liver. When it does, the liver takes out what it needs to keep its liver cells going and functioning, and lets the rest pass on through. Fructose, on the other hand, when it's digested and it passes through the liver tries to hold on to all of it that it can. It doesn't want to let any of it through. And all this extra sugar that the liver doesn't need gets stored as fat cells in the liver. There, it can cause scarring and excessive abdominal weight gain, in addition to diabetes, heart disease, stroke, and premature death. So there really is no place in our diets for all that ice cream. We can get all the sugar we need from other sources. And vegetable sources contain a lot of other nutrients, vitamins, and minerals that candy and ice cream and soda just simply do not. So really, sugar is good for you, but only in the right amounts. And it depends on the type of sugar too. Fructose, even if it comes from fruit, is really easy to overdo.